What's up, everyone? And as you can see from the title of the video, I am back with another tier list now. So as you can see, we're over here on Tier Maker and I have all these tiers, and basically the decks I'd say are like the most competitive, or decks that are coming out or that have come out recently. And I want to see basically where they stack up in my meta tier list. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way, now this is not really based on how I personally think the deck is, except for the ones that obviously are not out yet. And while I would like to include probably like every single deck, sometimes like there are decks that are not in here, like our last one, Megalith was mentioned, but I just haven't seen Megalith getting any sort of tops to really put it in the video. Then again, trying to find top cuts is really hard for some reason. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First, Despia. Honestly, I thought Despia was actually going to make a bigger impact, but it really hasn't been making too much of an impact. I don't know if it's even been making an impact. Like, I haven't seen it at all. But it is getting some new support, so I think that might put it into a little bit more of a rogue-ish category. Next, we got the Bee Troopers. I actually really like the Bee Troopers. I think I put them in Rogue or Tier 2 last time. No, they weren't even out on the last one. Bee Troopers, I feel it's a deck that's kind of on the verge. The new support, like I say right now, it's a Tier 2 roguish deck. But I think with the new support and the fact that all the other decks have kind of got a big check on the last ban list, except for Dragtron. I'm actually going to put this in a Tier 2 for right now. Yeah, like a... No, I'm actually going to give this a Tier 1.5. It's very close. In my opinion, it's kind of like on the bubble of Tier 1. Next, we got Agnister. Agnister just so far has not really been doing much of anything. Like seeing it at top, maybe here, there, but I just don't think it has like the power quite yet to compete. Well, it can compete, but like competing with the Tier 1 decks, I just don't think it's there. I think this is basically a rogue right now. Tri-Brigade. Oh. Tier 1. Now, I'd definitely say Tri-Brigade is probably one of the better decks of the format. And of course, losing Barrage did not hurt the deck at all. You literally just hurt an engine that Tri-Brigade used. Next, we got pure Zodiacs, everything else. Honestly, I wasn't even going to put them on this list, but I kind of forgot to take them out, so... Sorry. Dragon Link. I think this one's kind of fizzled out. Like, maybe see like a little bit of play here and there. But I wouldn't really say enough to really call it a rogue deck. Next we got Flow and Free. It's a deck I'm actually really excited for. And I'm actually going to put this one in the Tier 2 for now. I think this one has potential, but of course we haven't seen it yet. We don't know much of anything about it. Well, obviously we know all the cards about it. But as far as if it's going to do good, we don't know yet. Next is actually, I guess, my other kind of wild card for the pick, Cosmo. Cosmo is a deck I actually... It hasn't really gotten like any tops or anything, but I feel like it could. I think this is like one deck that kind of like requires a more specific kind of player. Now, Cosmos actually did get some help with the ban list, obviously with Emergency Teleport comes into, and I think Cosmos can actually use Emergency Teleport much more than Virtual World can. If you've seen my Cosmo deck profile, that kind of explains why. Virtual World, Tier 1. With Virtual World essentially getting stronger and the top deck's getting weaker, I definitely think it's become more of like a four-way, no, a three-way race for top spot. Guru, Rogue, it's basically been that for like the past year or two. Next we have the Dogmatica, Shaddoll invoked. Where's he invoked? I think I'm actually going to put this in, it's basically between a tier 1.5 and a tier 2. I'm actually going to go with tier 2. I don't know, I figured this deck would actually be doing better than it is right now, but surprisingly it's not. Grand Maju. I will put this on a Rogue rather than everything else. Maybe just because Grand Maju with Pop Prosperity definitely got better. And I've definitely been seeing Grand Maju pop up here and then. Salamangreats, whoops. I feel like that's a Rogue deck. Same with Sky Strikers. Salamangreats and Sky Strikers, they're close, but just not quite there. Dinos, sorry. I just, without Miscellaneous Swords, I don't think this deck's really going to do too much. Next, we actually got Heroes. It is getting some new support. Well, I guess technically it's getting, there's some Destiny Hero support. Now, I'm no hero player, so I don't really know how it helps out the deck, but I still think, even with that, it's going to be everything else. Next, we got Live Twins. Now, there's actually a lot of hype with this deck kind of building around because of it is getting a Link 4 in the, well, I guess not the upcoming, well, by the time this video is up, it probably will be the upcoming set in Burst of Destiny. I'm actually going to put this one in a roguish tier because I think that Link 4 might be able to make the deck do something. Lyrilusk. This one's really hard. I'm actually going to put this... I'm actually going to put this at tier 1.5. Now this is more or less talking about the Lyrilusk Tri-Brigade. Like this is more of a pure Tri-Brigade while this is Lyrilusk Tri-Brigade. I feel like Lyrilusk Tri-Brigade is definitely going to become one of the probably best decks of the format. It could very well go up here, but until you actually see the Lyrilusk cards in action, I'm just being safe and putting it at a tier 1.5. Drytron, obviously tier 1. Don't really need to think much about that. Drytron's annoying and I hate it. Speedroids. Now, Speedroids is actually getting some support, which thank God. And I really wish they would have brought Terratop back to like 2 or 3 to kind of like help sell it, but guess not. However, I'm not quite sure with the new support where like Speedroids is going to go. I guess I'm going to put it in a Rogue right now because I think this deck definitely does have potential to do some stuff. I have 2 Lulus there. Dolce, everything else. Next we got Altergeist. Again, just another Rogue deck. There's a lot of decks that are kind of like just falling right out of it. Prank Kids. I didn't agree with the Meow Meow Mew hit, and look what happened. You killed it. Congratulations. I didn't think hitting Meow Meow Mew was really the answer. I think it was the field spell. But, Prank Kids is now a rogue at best. Now next, Sue Ships. Tier 1. Okay, in all honesty, I'm not putting it at tier 1, but Sue Ships is a deck I actually think could have potential. A lot of the cards actually look really nice. So, I think I want to put it in a... I'm actually going to put it in a tier 2. Because before, when I looked up the suit ships before they ever came out, I was thinking that, they can be competitive. I definitely see a lot of things you can do with this deck. Even with just the first wave support, it's not a bad deck. So I definitely think this is a deck to definitely keep an eye on, and it could probably definitely do something. And yep, that's my tier list for the the November 2021 format. Let me know what you think. Did you agree with my picks? Do you think I'm stupid for putting shoe ships in tier 2? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.